Hi, welcome to Fun Time Travel. This is our first video. We're super excited to have you here with us. And I'm Ron.
And I'm Melissa.
This is the amazing Melissa. And for our first video, we get to do a review of the amazing Carnival Mardi Gras. We just got back. Anyway, so let's get started with Embarkation. Yes. So what did you think of Embarkation Day?
I was excited because obviously it was a brand new experience. And the terminal is amazing. It's brand new.
That was gorgeous, yeah.
Yeah, it's totally. But getting there, we took an Uber and the traffic was bad. It was bad. It was like instead of everybody going at their allotted time for check-in, it literally felt like everybody was so excited they were trying to get there all at the same time.
Yeah, and I don't know if it was because the cruise terminal's new. You know, they did a lot of construction and everything there, but yeah. It took us, our hotel was literally like a mile and a half.
Yeah.
And it took us 30 minutes to get through traffic just to get dropped off. It took us honestly, from the time we got dropped off until we stepped foot on the ship, it was probably an hour. But with all of the stuff we had to do, showing our passport, not the passport, but the, our COVID tests, vaccination cards,
passports, getting everything loaded in because they're taking pictures or they're typing.
The workers there were amazing, but it just took probably certainly longer than we expected, but. Yeah. Everybody did a great job. Then our first experience, we walked on board into Grand Central at the center stage in the new atrium, which was, yeah. If you've been on a cruise ship before, certainly a Carnival cruise ship, you the standard setup. And I know there's tons of pictures. You've probably already watched videos, but the videos just don't do it justice. No. It's stunning,
beautiful, amazing. I mean, I don't even know whether epic.
It was amazing, and just that whole experience stepping in there. It's just a completely different way to do the lobby. I love it, and they really utilize it well throughout the cruise. We did a video walkthrough of our cabin. That was actually the first video we ever took. So in our previous cruises, we've had aft balconies, and for us, we loved the feeling that we were like the only people on the planet on the back of the ship. And in this one, which was cool in a different way because down below us they had what they called a patio pool, and so we could look down and see that, and so it was just a different experience. I think we prefer the other aft view balconies.
I mean, I think both have pros and cons, but you definitely didn't feel like you were the only one standing on the back of the boat like you did on the other. Just different. But it was definitely different, but it was still beautiful. I think the only thing, my only knock on the whole entire cabin was and I understand why, but they're narrower. It's not as wide of a space.
Yeah, they have a different concept in how they do them.
And the bathroom was a little bit smaller, but it was beautiful. I mean, everything was
top-notch. The bathroom was so much nicer. The shower doors are glass. They have shower doors instead of curtains, so you're not fighting with the curtain that's trying to attack you while you're taking a shower. Yeah. So that was great. But all in all, I say the cabin was a definite improvement over the previous ones, even though it was a little smaller.
Exactly. Really, the only problem the times that we had problems with that was when we were trying to get all of our suitcases in and unpack, and then packing up afterwards.
Yeah. Otherwise, it wasn't a big deal. And the USB ports, I think there's one by each side of the bed. There's 3 or 4 on the counter there, and then there's like 3 plugs. So there's so much more. Power available, so that was great. There's food everywhere, and we didn't get to all of the options, but just to hit on a few. I don't need any more food. The dining room was wonderful as always. If you like the dining room food, you'll like the dining room food here. If you don't like it, you're not going to be impressed. The dining room food, I feel like Carnival has a good standard, at least in our opinion.
And the service was
wonderful.
Again, it was the best of the best.
Yes.
It was amazing.
We ate at the steakhouse. It's the first time we've eaten at a steakhouse on a Carnival ship, and Melissa's not really a big steak fan per se.
And I didn't get steak.
And she didn't get steak in the steakhouse. I don't want any hate mail. But she got chicken in the steakhouse, and I'm not big on chicken. It was wonderful.
So good. That was the best meal I had on the whole entire cruise. It was
wonderful.
Dessert was so
Dessert. We had the dessert at the art at the table. If you ever go, do it. It's so fun, and it was really good. Yeah. Guy's Pig and Anchor, so good.
The 2 things I loved the most was the barbecue chicken at lunch.
Yeah, the lunchtime barbecue chicken was better than the dinner time barbecue chicken.
And then the ribs at night, because you got to pick.
Yeah,
and I had
the dinner time ribs were fantastic.
It was
so, love Blue Iguana. We discovered on our first cruise we didn't have Blue Iguana. Discovered it on our second, and love Blue Iguana. Which brings me to my next thing, which is for those of you Guy's Burger fans, you may want to just skip over this part, but just plug your ears for a second. I'm not a big Guy's Burger fan. I tried it again this time, and it just... if you like Steak and Shake, you'll like Guy's Burgers. And I'm not saying that Guy's Burgers isn't...
it was a little bit better than that, but...
Guy's Burgers is good. It's just... sometimes I hear people gush over it, and I think it's good. The fries are okay. Yeah. But, it's not overwhelming. Emeril's Bistro. Emeril's was... The food was hit or miss. We tried several different items.
Yeah.
And the service, I don't know what was going on. Maybe there was a language barrier, but...
I don't know. All I know is this, so it was us two, and then we had another couple with us, and they literally brought out each...
one plate at a time.
It was 15 to 20 minutes in between each person. And on top of that, they messed up my order. And...
they did make it right.
They made it right. If they took care of it, it was great. I actually ended up getting the sausage balls, and that's what I had originally ordered. And when they brought them out, I loved them. I thought they were great. They were great. But we all had to sit and watch Ron eat. Then everyone had to sit and watch one of our friends eat. Then it was so weird.
And maybe we missed the concept. And
and we ordered all together, so it was kind of confusing.
It was just it was a different experience, and it didn't hit the mark for us, but that doesn't mean that it won't work for you.
Right.
But to get to the thing that I think blew us away, and you can laugh at us, that's fine, but Shaq's Big Chicken.
Again, not a chicken eater.
Not a chicken fan. Oh my God. Shaq's Big Chicken was...
it was good.
Delightful.
It was
the food, it was the chicken was juicy, the breading was flavorful, and the thing that I left the ship going, I want more. The fries.
No, the frips.
The frips?
They were literally between a fry and a chip. So either a tries or a frip. I don't know.
It was. I can't even just go.
And there's seasoning on them.
Oh my goodness! That was. All the pools were relatively small, and to be honest with you, this cruise we were only at roughly 70% capacity, and it seemed like that was still a lot for the pools.
It was. It really was. No matter which pool we went to, because we would try multiple different ones in the day, and you got to remember, there was not. I don't even know how many kids were actually on this boat, but there was hardly any kids.
There weren't many kids, no.
And that's kind of what made me nervous is when it gets back to full capacity and there are a whole lot of kids, because they're on the smaller side, the pools themselves, you get 10 kids in one of them pools, jumping, having fun, doing what kids do, and it's going to feel like it's absolutely packed.
Well, now, conversely, because there weren't a lot of kids, I took advantage of the water slides. And I got to say, Carnival, you got that right. Maybe they're, I've not done them on the other on our other cruises, but the drop slide where you get the foot, you're standing on it, and then they drop the bottom out, and they're telling you 3, 2, 1, and then you drop. And I dropped, and I kept dropping, and I thought, when is this going to stop dropping? And I know it's safe, but when you're dropping in the dark and the water, that was fun. It was a lot of fun. I was probably about 12 years old.
Water wedgie by the time you got to the bottom.
Hey, what happens on the ship stays on the ship. So that was fun.
The splash pad area that they had for the kids, and they have these trees with fake tree with the water coming out the top of them, a big bucket that fills up, and the whole thing was cool.
Yeah, it was.
And there was a bunch of kids up there.
There were a lot of kids, but it wasn't. I have a feeling though that
it wasn't crowded.
A year from now, that's going to be a really crowded area.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And then if you go up one level from that, Bolt was ridiculous. To be on a roller coaster at sea. Now there's a $15 charge, which I wouldn't normally pay an extra $15 to ride a roller coaster, but you're on a roller coaster at sea. So my buddy and I did it, and Boy,
and I took video.
She took some video. We'll try to drop a little bit of that in here. But the Serenity deck was spacious. I think that honestly, even at full capacity, there's probably room for everybody, but there's not a ton of shade. Although